answer. But what if there isn't a right answer? That's not for me to decide, right? Oh, well. Okay, anyway, here we go. Let's play. So, round one, I'm going to ask a question to Zoe. And then, once I ask the question, I will repeat the statement and then have you all hear it one more time, and then I'll ask her for her answer. Does that sound like a plan? Just so you all have some time. So, question. Statement number one. When Tic Tac walks into the room, all the lights don't dim. They just leave. She just gets so much confidence, you'd think she, I'm like Christopher Walken out there shaking. So when Tic Tac walks into the room, all the lights don't just dim. They just leave. She's got so much confidence, you think she blank. So I'm gonna say that one more time. When Tic Tac walks into the room, all the lights don't dim. They just leave. She's got so much confidence, she thinks, and you think blank. So when Tic Tac walks into the room, all the lights don't just dim, they just leave. She's got so much confidence, you think she's blank. I know in her heart, right? Listen, honey, RuPaul be thinking. So Zoe, what do you think about Miss Tic Tac? When she walks into the room, all the lights don't dim, they just leave. She's got so much confidence, you think she...
You think she pisses gold. She's got so much confidence. Get it, the pisses gold. I was trying, it was so funny. I tried. Okay.
Lord, honey, she's got her coin. Getting her coin down. So, you know what? Let's start with Miss Moth, ma'am. What would you say, Tic Tac?
Well, if you ask me, she'd have to be one of those legendary cryptids, like my husband. Got a whole museum, the whole 9 yards. For me, nothing.
Who's your husband?
Well, Mothman. Have you heard of him? He's right up the road.
Listen, I have a question though. I've always wanted to know, how many kids do you have?
How many do you want to know about?
All right, we're just gonna move right on down. So, Miss Bella Swan, same question. When Tic Tac walks into the room, all the lights don't dim, they just leave. She's got so much confidence, you think she...
Glitters in the sun.
She said glitters in the sun. She said glitters in the sun. Oh my gosh, do you glitter in the sun?
I hope to someday.
She said she hopes to someday. God, well, didn't Kelly Clarkson write a song, My Life Would Suck Without, anyway. All right, so, hey, Miss Piggy. So, I'm gonna ask you the same question. When Tic Tac walks into a room, all the lights don't dim, they just leave. She gets so much confidence, you think she has...
You think she was moi? I mean, if you think about it, I'm sort of the original drag queen. What about Marsha P. Johnson? I taught her everything she knows. Yes, but the P actually stands for Mickey.
So, I don't know if you all heard that, but Marsha P. Johnson, who helped throw the first brick, who threw the first brick at Stonewall. The P stands for Piggy. Oh my gosh, honey, it's like little Jewel Sparkles, Piggy. All right, now Miss Marjorie Taylor Greene, honey, I have the same question. When Tic Tac walks into a room, all the lights don't dim, they just leave. She gets so much confidence, you think she
Honey, I think that big old one has been grooming that victim. She looks like a child. Child, you groomer!
Sounds like some children. Do you have anything else to say?
Sodomites.
Now, don't you get me started on sodomites, honey. We will go to the Bible. Phew, thank you for being a reflection of me, Miss Marjorie Taylor Greene. All right, Christopher Walken. When Tic Tac walks into a room, all the lights don't dim. They just leave. She's got so much confidence, you think she...
Well, I would love to give you my answer, but I'd be remiss if not to mention the blonde one next to me is quite loud. And I'm partially deaf.
Partially blind, too.
My answer, I think she thinks she's sparkly. She shines like sparkles.
You know, I just put something together. You and Miss Bella Swan kind of had some of the... maybe all that glitters isn't gold. Anyway, let's go to the next question, shall we? So this one's for Tic Tac. Oh, God, I can't wait. And are you ready for this one? I thought of this one myself. No, I didn't. ChatGPT did, and I love it. Zoe's drag is so vintage, so the Smithsonian called, and they asked for blank. So Zoe's drag is so vintage, the Smithsonian called and asked for blank. Think about that. And you know, all I did was put into ChatGPT. I mean, I need some comedic relief, and I'll put some other spicy words in there too, and Tic Tac and Zoe's name, and anyway. So, Tic Tac. Zoe's drag is so vintage, the Smithsonian called and asked for...
Nothing. The line went blank.
Now, is that before Christ or after death, honey? I gotta know. Ah, that was so good. So, Tic Tac's answer is the Smithsonian asked nothing. For nothing. So, Miss Moth, actually, you know what? I'm gonna trip it up. Christopher Walken. Zoe's drag is so vintage, the Smithsonian called and asked for...
Well, I'm no spring chicken, so forgive me for my vulgar answer. I had written down here, her merkin.
Can you educate the audience what a merkin is?
A merkin is what the ladies of the night back in my day would call a pubic wig.
A pubic wig. Thank you, Mr. Walken. Any other... Huh? Little Harry there, little Harry. All right, Miss Marjorie Taylor Greene. What would you say? Zoe's drag is so vintage, the Smithsonian called and asked for...
They want a picture of that hairline. They take off that skunk pussy. Gone with the wind.
Girl, not the skunk. Do you have anything else that you would like to say?
Not to her.
All right, let's go back here, Miss Piggy. What do you think?
I think that they asked for their money back, Rue.
Oh my God, first of all, thank you for calling me Rue, and I'm sorry, Kermit, I didn't mean to come back.
I was just gonna tell Piggy that that's not RuPaul.
I'm trying to get into season 18.
Girl, let's audition together, please. Please. That's genius, honey. And this little Kermit, little frog, I told you, honey. All right, Miss Bella. So, I didn't mean to hit you with a little prick there. Zoe's drag is so vintage, the Smithsonian called and asked for a pulse. A pulse. A pulse. And I mean pulse like heartbeat. I was like, does that turn you on? All right, Mafia. Zoe's drag is so vintage, the Smithsonian called and asked for
One of the outfits for the mascot down at Camden Park because it matches the year it was built.
Shame.
I said one of the outfits for the mascots down at Camden Park because it fits the year it was built.
One of the outfits for the mascots down there at the park because it fits for the year that it was built.
I wasn't even born.
Now, okay, I don't know if I was born now either, so I'm not gonna test it. All right. So we have one final question, and this question is for both Zoe and Tic Tac, and this is the final question of the game. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna allow you to take the microphone and pass it down. You know, we'll start with you after we ask, and then also give like a final little something, you know? Because like, this is your moment. Are you okay, Bella? All right. Okay, somebody get her a blood bag. All right, they say Tic Tac and Zoe are like yin and yang. One's a diva and the other's a blank. Now, I didn't ask ChatGPT to tell me which one's which. That's for you to decide and you only. So I said, I didn't say, well, Corbell, repeat, the one. They say Tic Tac and Zoe are like yin and yang. One's a diva and the other's a blank. I got so many answers in my head. Think I'm not playing the game. So which of the yin and the yang? Well, how do you all identify? Do you identify as yin or yang? Tic Tac, how would you? Oh, sorry. Oh, by the way, I don't know if anybody has been seeing a lot of the protest stuff that I've been doing and like working around and all of that. It is absolutely amazing because I've been working with Kentucky Resist and we are going to be bringing 2 protests to Moorhead. And I'm so grateful and I can't wait. And, oh my God, I missed it. Are you ready? All right, Tic Tac. They say Tic Tac and Zoe are like yin and yang. One's a diva and the other's a...
Me.
Hashtag me was her answer. M-E. Now to the diva. All right. They say Tic Tac and Zoe are like yin and yang. One's a diva and the other's... You. You. Hateful. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start right here and I'm going to pass down and I will ask the question every single time. They say Tic Tac and Zoe are like yin and yang. One's a diva and the other's...
Tic Tac and Zoe. One's a diva, well, the other would be a candy. What kind of questions are you asking me here? Tic Tac is a candy.
Thank you, Mr. Walker. Oh, God. Miss Marjorie Taylor Greene. They say Tic Tac and Zoe are like yin and yang. One's a diva and the other's.
I said one is Mama June. Way she be looking, EBT fall out of her mouth.
All right, Miss Mothman. They say Tic Tac and Zoe are like yin and yang. One's a diva and the other's.
I'm gonna be real honest. I don't know them well enough. See where that bridge fell down? I showed up and I've been kind of like around since then. But like diva, like Beyonce, so like superstar. Yeah.
That's so sweet. And then what kind of bridge? What happened with the? Oh, the assault.
I'm still looking. Long since.
Oh my God. Hey, also, I heard the cicadas are supposed to be coming out this summer. All right, Miss Bella. They say Tic Tac and Zoe are like yin and yang. One's a diva and the other's a vampire. I'm gonna ask you a question, and I'm gonna need you to say it out loud. Oh, God, honey, that staked me, honey. Guess what? Hey, if you were here last month, that was Buffy, baby. Anyway, Miss Piggy. They say Tic Tac and Zoe are like yin and yang. One's a diva and the other's.
First of all, I'd like to apologize for earlier. Tic Tac should know that a true diva needs her beauty rest. Anyway, my answer is bitch.
All right, ladies and gentle days and thems, thank you all so much for being here with us and playing the Snatch Game. Let's give our wonderful contestants a wonderful round of applause, as well as Zoe.